only enjoy baking if it's for a purpose. I don't find like inherent enjoyment in it. I like it. Like I don't mind baking for the shop because it's for a purpose. I don't mind, like, I don't know what the purpose is today, but I don't mind this because it's community. And I like making cardamom bread because people enjoy it. But I don't enjoy, like I don't do it just for relaxation or enjoyment.
I do enjoy baking when I have a recipe. This kind of baking stresses me out.
I enjoy baking. I'm not super good at it, but I like sweet things and I like baking them. I like being able to make them.
Yes. I do not. Really? I don't enjoy baking. I like to cook. I don't measure. And so for this project, I actually bought a little glass just in case I needed specific measurements. So,
all right, well here's the deal. I'm not a baker, and so this is quite the challenge. I love to cook, but I'm not really a baker. So I have no idea what's in this, except that you've given me the ingredients, so that's great. I am a little overwhelmed. I've looked at many things on Google. I've taken one to my neighbor and had them assess what they thought.
I do a lot of baking, and I have a few recipes in my rotation that I do now. I used to experiment more, but now I just kind of whip out the stuff I like. Yeah, but I don't really experiment with the recipes, so this was new. I usually just follow them to a T, what I've read.
I did not. My mom was not a baker. She likes stews and vegetables, meats. I mean, she likes sweets, but my dad likes sweets. I think that's more accurate. And she would buy, you know, sandwich cookies, those rolls of sandwich cookies. And sometimes Chips Ahoy, but like mostly not baked goods. She never baked. And I think it goes to she had a bad experience at a pie social, a church pie social. She made a blueberry pie that she was sitting next to people as they were eating it. She knew it was her pie. They didn't know it was her pie. And they were quite critical. And they're like, this is awful. So that's after I heard that story, I thought, oh, this is probably why. And I was not allowed in the kitchen. I never baked as a little kid, except in brownies. I learned, not the fudge brownies, the, you know, Girl Scout brownies. I went to a baking school then, but my mom never let me in the kitchen at all. But that was kind of the era.
Sometimes. I think there is more now than there was when I was growing up in my family's house. I don't really remember having like baked goods all the time.
Only on, I think, special occasions. Jason picked up baking more, I think, than anybody else. But we took turns cooking and baking, so I've learned a little bit. And we liked watching Food Network, so that was always fun.
yes, an excessive amount of baking because I'm Scandinavian, Norwegian, and Swedish. And I kind of bypassed that, so yes. And that's why I have my Swedish apron on today, so it would, you know, kind of help me through osmosis.
No, my mom's not really a baker either. I mean, we would have the cut the piece chocolate chip cookies sometimes, but she's not, I mean, she bakes pies and things like that. But see, I'm not a sweet person, so I like salty, not sweet, and so it's nothing I crave. So since I don't crave it, I don't usually make it.
Yeah.
Jenny's my baker. I'm waiting for her to get home from church in Ecuador so that we can Skype.
I don't remember a lot of consistent baking. I think my mom would bake and then she'd try to make things healthier and healthier. So she would work with recipes a little bit more, and I like to go with the traditional route. So there was baking and cooking, and I think I remember more cooking. Yes, we were not a big sweets family.
My approach today, I've been thinking about it for weeks, and what would Jason have us make? And then when I saw it, I thought, I have no idea what this is. My approach today is, well, I used all recipes and threw the ingredients in to see if I could find something, but you can only do 4 ingredients. So I saw stuff there. I didn't think it quite looked right. I went on Pinterest really quick. I haven't spent enough time yet getting to it. My approach is to Google the stuff. The thing that I'm a little concerned about the alcohol, like if that is supposed to be used in this or not. I didn't ever Google it. I'm pointing to my computer. I didn't use that as an ingredient. I should have. But I haven't started yet, and because I don't want to start over.
My approach today, well, first I started Googling dense cookie in a muffin tin, which gave me no results. And then I started looking at how to make a cookie denser, and I think I got to a place where I was like, forget it, I'm just gonna use this recipe and like modify the flour so there's some almond flour, and that didn't work. So then, what did I do? Then I went to the store because I had used up all of my ingredients on the first batch and decided to use less egg to make it less fluffy, but that also has not worked. So now I'm going to Google French words.
Okay, so for today's challenge, I opened up the box and I saw what they looked like first. And so I believe that there's a ganache on top, and when tasting it and looking at the ingredients, whiskey infused, and I'm thinking that's more part of like a blondie on the bottom, topped with ganache. So I've looked up different recipes for blondies and ganaches, and we'll see where it goes from there. And chocolate chips. Well, kind of chocolate.
I am making, actually I made a bunch of these last night. They're these special things, and that's what I'm making today. But I'm trying not to pull out a box mix and just shove it in a bowl and make it up for you guys.
So basically I'm going to gather as much information as I can and then just go for it, basically, and it'll be what it will be.
Yes, so I knew once the ingredients came that there might be like a ganache type topping because of the chocolate and the heavy cream, or that I'd have to whip it into something. And so when I opened it up, I got that right away. And then I had to work on guessing the kind of consistency of the cookie or the cakey element. But I was in a little bit of a time crunch, so I searched around. We noticed, what did we notice? That there were little chocolate pieces studded in. So we saved some of the chocolate. And then I just found one of my tried and true recipes and tried to alter it a little bit. And just went with it.